In Colombia, we still count the time in days instead of doing it in hours. If we generate efficiency in risk management and accompany it with the technology and interinstitutional coordination, we could remove 3 or 4 days of downtime to reach the international average, which is 48 hours used by modern economies.
The Colombian bias is analyzed by the variable exports-imports on the percentage of GDP. The indicator has remained at an average of 35% in the last 28 years, well below the average of Latin America, which is 45%. This explains the bias.
The last factor for Colombian experts is that the external demand is weak, particularly related to the commodities in our traditional basket. The United States reduced its energy dependence after the shale gas oil revolution, while Europe has been implementing strict environmental regulations to have kept exports from Colombia. The call is to advance the structural reforms and thus achieve the most desired export diversification. This must be accompanied by much more robust national export policies, such as taking advantage of the FTA to reduce unused spaces.
Since the pandemic arrived in the country in March 2020, the level of Colombian external indebtedness went from 140,543 million in the third month of last year to 156,834 million in the first month of 2021. The growth of the debt is due to the fact that it has not been accompanied by resources such as the collection of taxes or income from exports. Colombia collects much lower taxes compared to the GDP of other countries, and that has led the government to cover its needs through external financing. The Fitch rating analyst says that Colombia must stabilize and reduce debt in a sustainable way, so it must increase income, and the only way will be a tax reform. Last year, the deficit fell thanks to the fall in imports. This situation may generate even greater adjustments, but it's difficult to reduce the deficit simply on the import side. Therefore, we have to see the performance of export this year.